Good morning and happy Easter to you. I'm glad that you have a few extra minutes to be with me this morning. I'm sure you've been busy watching worship, eating breakfast, running around the yard to look for Easter eggs, and perhaps going through your Easter basket, checking out what things you might have gotten this morning, what sweet treats, what special gifts you have been given in your basket today. Today is a special day on our church calendar, and Miss Letitia read us a story already this morning that walks us through the story of Jesus from the last 3 days, Good Friday and Saturday, which we call Holy Saturday, and also Sunday morning, which is this morning, Easter Sunday, and we find that Jesus is not in the tomb, that he has risen and risen indeed. And we say those words this morning because Jesus has risen. He is alive. He has gone to be with God and promises to come back and to be with us. Now, a few months ago, we talked about signs and symbols in the church. And I have a few symbols here on my table that we talked about. One of them is the cross. Now, this cross, as you notice, there is nobody on the cross. We know that Jesus died on the cross, but he was laid in a tomb and he is risen. And so the empty cross tells us that Jesus is no longer on the cross, no longer dead, but that he has risen. And that is the final act of his on earth as a living human being. We have hope in that he will come again, that he will come and be with us and take us to where he is. And we also talked about these things, which is our plate and our cup. And on Communion Sunday or communion services, we find bread on our plate and we find juice in our cup. And recently, you may have experienced communion at home with your family through virtual communion. And this is another sign of ours from Jesus. He shared a meal with his friends a couple nights before his death, and he said to take and eat the bread and to drink the juice, and that every time that they did that, they should remember Jesus. He asked them to remember him and remember that he would come back to be with them, and then also to share that great news with their friends. See, Jesus had told them that he would go away. And his friends here, well, what do they look like? They look kind of sad, don't they? And they asked Jesus not to go and to stay. But he reminded them that he needed to go away so that he could eventually come back and take them to heaven with him. And we have this promise of his that we can hold on to this Easter Sunday. But did you know something else? Easter actually started on that Sunday so long ago. Over 2,000 years ago, when Jesus rose, that was the first Easter Sunday. And because Jesus lives today, that's like a 2,000-year-old holiday. Did you know that Easter never ends, but it goes on all year long? Pretty exciting. No, that doesn't mean that you are going to get extra peeps and extra toys every day of the year to celebrate Easter. But it does remind us that Jesus is with us every day and all the time, and that Jesus will come back to be with us one day. Well, I have one more thing to tell you, because a couple of weeks ago I did introduce you to my little friend, the sheep, and asked you to send your entries in so that I could name my little friend. And I did get an entry. I only got one, and you'll know who you are. Meet Shirley the sheep. Just as a side note, my mom's name was Shirley, and so this is an extra special name for my little friend. I send blessings to you for a blessed Easter Sunday and a beautiful day with your family. Peace be with you.